All right, welcome to today's Explainer. We are going to unpack the absolute unbelievable velocity of internet superstar Darren Jason Watkins Jr., who you probably know better as IShowSpeed. Our main focus today is to tell the whole biography of this absolute phenomenon, tracking his wild journey from an unknown small-town gamer to a global ambassador who is literally changing how we consume entertainment.
50 million. Let that sink in for a second. 50 million YouTube subscribers. He actually just hit this monumental milestone on his 21st birthday while streaming live in Nigeria. We are talking about a creator who Rolling Stone recently named the most influential creator of 2025 and whose net worth Forbes estimates at a staggering $20 million.
So it really begs the question, right? How exactly did an 11-year-old kid with a camera manage to ascend to a level of digital fame that literally surpasses traditional media networks? How did he become the #1 most watched English-speaking streamer on the entire planet?
Section 1. The Boy from Ohio.
Every global icon has to start somewhere, and Darren's story builds from a pretty quiet bedroom in Cincinnati, Ohio. Born on January 21, 2005, he actually comes from a history of trailblazers. His great-grandfather, Harold Watkins, was Detroit's first African-American fire chief back in 1988. Following his parents' separation, Darren was raised primarily by his mother, Tiffany. You know, he lived a totally regular Midwestern kid's life, eating local favorites like Grippo's chips, just trying to navigate high school, and eventually following in the footsteps of his dad, Darren Sr., who had also broadcasted on YouTube.
Now, when we see someone with 50 million subscribers, we tend to assume it just happened overnight, but that's absolutely not the case here. He registered his channel way back in 2016 and spent years just broadcasting NBA 2K and Fortnite to virtually an empty room. Seriously, by 2020, he was still grinding it out for an average of just 10 concurrent viewers. It was a true, brutal slow burn.
Section 2. The Viral Explosion.
But then, that slow burn turned into an absolute eruption. The internet caught on, the algorithms went into total overdrive, and his subscriber count just skyrocketed. He rocketed from 100,000 subscribers in April of 2021 to a massive 1 million subs by June. I mean, growing your audience by 10 times in a 2-month window is just unheard of. And this explosion happened for one main reason: his dramatic reactions, his incredibly aggressive, high-energy outbursts directed at his games, and honestly, sometimes just at his camera, started getting clipped and heavily circulated across TikTok as viral memes. The IShowSpeed persona was chaotic, it was incredibly loud, and it was exactly what the algorithmic clip culture of 2021 was hungry for.
Section 3. Chaos and Consequences.
Of course, growing that fast while being completely unfiltered brings a massive amount of turbulence. He had a lot of major incidents in a very short amount of time. He faced a permanent platform ban from Twitch in late 2021 for sexual harassment comments, and then a ban from all Riot Games in 2022 following a sexist tirade on Valorant. And beyond the platform bans, his physical streams were just incredibly volatile. He literally ignited a Pikachu firework inside his bedroom and nearly caught the room on fire. He also faced some heavy backlash for promoting a controversial crypto coin to his young fans, which he did later apologize for, and he suffered a severe channel suspension after an accidental explicit flashing incident during a Five Nights at Freddy's stream.
So the takeaway here is that these actions had immediate, very real-world consequences, which really highlights the volatile edge of unfiltered internet fame. He was permanently pulled from traditional broadcasting opportunities like Sky Sports, and the chaotic nature of his fame even led to terrifying real-world safety incidents, including multiple police swattings at his home that ended with him briefly in jail.
Section 4. Becoming a Global Phenomenon.
But despite all of those earlier controversies, he somehow managed to pivot into a mainstream global ambassador. The contrast between his past and present is literally night and day. He went from a bedroom streamer locked in an Ohio room to a globe-trotting icon getting violently mobbed by fans in Norway, sharing a cage with real tigers, training in Muay Thai, and hanging out with boxing legend Manny Pacquiao in the Philippines.
And he pulled off this massive transition through IRL, or in real-life streaming. Instead of sitting at a desk, he took his millions of fans directly out into the streets of the world with him. He tracked down his ultimate idol, soccer superstar Cristiano Ronaldo, and immersed his audience in entirely different cultures, fully pivoting his content away from gaming rage and into global exploration. This new content style didn't just work, it completely shattered viewership records. He hit an astonishing 1 million concurrent live viewers during his wildly successful Southeast Asia tour. To put that into perspective for you, that tour nearly doubled the viewership of his previous record-breaking stream at the Ballon d'Or ceremony, cementing his status without a doubt as the top English-speaking streamer in the world.
Section 5. The Modern Celebrity Blueprint. Which brings us to 2026. A 21-year-old with a massive empire is essentially drawing up the modern celebrity blueprint right before our eyes. He's no longer just reacting to culture, he is actively shaping it. Let's look at his monumental 2026 Africa tour. This wasn't just some vacation, this was a 20-country broadcast phenomenon. He visited a diamond mine in Botswana, explored Ethiopian cuisine, and attended the AFCON final in Morocco. And what's really incredible is how his audience reacted to all this. Black American subscribers were posting emotional videos thanking him for showing a vibrant, beautiful side of the continent that is so far removed from the traditional, cliché TV portrayals of poverty and violence we're used to seeing.
During this tour, he wasn't just treated as an internet personality, he was treated like a cultural dignitary. He took part in a traditional naming ceremony where he was given the name Birima Kofi Akufo and was formally granted citizenship in Ghana, receiving incredible praise from top government officials like the foreign minister.
So, I want to leave you with this final thought for today's explainer. Just look at the trajectory we tracked today. From 10 viewers in a Cincinnati bedroom to 50 million subscribers, international citizenship, and a $20 million empire. As the influencer economy continues to scale at this unbelievable velocity, who really controls the global cultural narrative going forward? Is it the massive traditional networks, or is it the kids with the cameras?